So one of my followers contacted me a couple days ago and she said, Jessica, my 25-year-old daughter is saying she's not going to vote in the presidential election or she's going to vote third party. She just can't see how the two parties are different. What should I say to her? I was contemplating my response when something happened that just made it really, really easy, which is that this absolutely petrifying Time magazine interview with Donald Trump came out. It's called How Far Trump Would Go. It is based on extensive interviews with Trump and with people who work closely with him, and it describes exactly what Trump is planning for a second term. Now, it's not only a deeply frightening read, but it's an important place to start if you want to understand the difference between the two parties, because Trump is the head of the Republican Party. And this interview shows that what he wants is, quote, an imperial presidency. He wants to be king. Well, what exactly does this involve? I'll tell you. Trump is promising to carry out a deportation operation designed to remove more than 11 million people from the country, and these are people who have lived here for a really long time. And to do that, he would be willing to build migrant detention camps and deploy the U.S. military at the border and inland. He would let red states monitor women's pregnancies and prosecute those who violate abortion bans. Again, these are his words. He is weighing pardons for every one of his supporters who are accused of attacking the Capitol on January 6th, more than 800 of whom have pled guilty or been convicted by a jury. He said he might not come to the aid of an ally in Europe or Asia if he felt that they hadn't put enough money into their defense. He would gut the U.S. civil service. He's promising to deploy the National Guard to U.S. cities as he sees fit, like to protests. He says he will close the White House Pandemic Preparedness Office. That sounds like a good idea. And he is saying that he will only have people in his administration who insist that the election was stolen. Only election deniers. He said he would be willing to fire a U.S. attorney who does not follow his order to prosecute someone. Now, this isn't in the interview, but it is important to note that Trump has also said that on day one, he will expand oil and gas drilling and he will roll back every single climate policy he can, and that he will be arming all school teachers. He's promised to close the Department of Education, and he's promised to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. He's also promised to do an even bigger Muslim ban than last time and bar Gaza refugees. Trump is also suggesting the prosecution of his political opponents, and he won't rule out violence if he loses the 2024 election. And finally, Trump says a lot of people like it when he floats the idea of being a dictator. So there you have it, the Republican Party platform encapsulated. Democrats are the opposite on every one of those issues. They have consistently fought for policies that protect our bodily autonomy, our freedoms, and our democracy. They want to move us forward. Republicans want to drag us backwards. It's all the difference in the world.